Here is our second Pixlr project. I'm going to try to make these instructions in a slightly different way. Instead of posting 1 or 2 longer videos, I'm going to post 4 or 5 much shorter videos. It might be a little different by the time you see this, but I'm going to try to have the parts labeled as to what is happening in each one. And this part 1 is going to be how to open the files in Pixlr, how to open 2 files, how to cut part of one photo or one image out and add it to the other. So you'll need to download, so we have 2 links here to a desk and a guy in a suit. You're going to need to download those to your Chromebook. You're then going to need to get into Pixlr. We're at open image from computer. You're going to need to open one of them. Here's the desk. Now you might, hopefully it ends up like this, but you might be in a situation where the desk is taking up the whole screen like this and the background is gray. You're going to need to minimize so you can open up 2 windows and 2 images. Once you have the first image opened, back to File and Open Image, and just select the other one. And now you have 2 images open at the same time, and we can work on both of them. So our goal is going to be to cut this guy out of this image and add him to the desk. So we could take the lasso tool and go around and select them ourselves, but who has time for that? We're going to use the wand tool. Now the wand tool will sort of automatically look for lines and barriers and things that it can grab onto itself. But if we just go ahead and click once, see how it sort of gets confused with all the colors. You kind of have to mess with what they call the tolerance, higher or lower. That's a little bit closer. Tolerance is how it tells the difference between different colors and different shades. So you sort of have to mess around with turning the tolerance up and down until we start to differentiate from things a little bit better. After sort of messing around a bit, I found as I got the tolerance into about the 18 to 20 range, did a pretty nice job of selecting the person without having to do it all by myself. Now it works pretty well since it has a solid white background. Now what's actually selected right now is the solid white background. So we want to right click, we want to invert selection, and so instead of having the white selected, it's going to have the guy selected. Now all you have to do to move him over to the desk is cut and paste, or copy and paste, either one. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. So I'm going to hit Control X. You can right click and do it also, but I'm going to hit Control X to cut. And I'm simply going to select the desk. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to hit Control and V to paste. And that is going to move him over to the desk. Now, so this is a different way of working with Pixlr we haven't done so far. We have different layers. The guy that you pasted in the desk are 2 different layers that we're working with independently. So we want to make sure we're working in his layer. We want to make him smaller because we want to make a mini him on the desk. So make sure you're in the layer with the person. We are going to click Edit. We are going to click Free Transform. This will let us make him smaller. We want to hold down the Shift key so he stays the same kind of size. We don't want to quite make him all the way small yet, about here, and that's how we resize different layers. And then yes, you want to apply the change. If you don't like how it looks, click no or cancel. We want to click yes because we want to apply the change.